Timo Tuesday. It's not a Timo Tuesday. It is not. It's not Timo Tuesday. I clicked the wrong image for that, but whatever. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Bingo bango, chocolate milk go, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, season 2, episode 50. 50. Wow, I guess I've been pretty good at this. Pretty consistent, I guess, for the last little bit. That's good. No, not what I wanted. Silly me. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Doing. Daddy playtime over. Yeah, no. It's only on Thursdays. Only on Thursdays. The rest of the time, my mother-in-law is watching the kids, which is very helpful, because if not, it would be a very different situation here. What time does oh, hello. 4, what time does your day start? Does it start early? Like earlier than this? 7 a.m. CST. Central Standard Time. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, 7. Whew, that's an early morning. Like, that's work? You start work at 7? Or you're, like, up at 7? Yup. I had 2 questions in that. You just said yes to both. It defies my logic. Oh, 7 to 5. 7 to 5? That's a long day. That is a very long day. Are you working 4 days a week? 7 to 5 is a long day. That's like 10-hour days. And you eat your lunch at your desk. I hope you get paid well. Because that's a long ass day. That's 10 hours, that's 50-hour weeks. 50-hour weeks. It's a lot. No wonder you're cramming for me to do a longer stream. maybe today I'll try to do a short lunch and long stream, restream after, just for you, for your crazy amount of work that you put in. Because, like, geez, I remember when I had just, yeah, because, like, I remember I had, when I used to work at a desk job, an office, I had a 7 to 3. And then, well, no, that was when I was on the tools. So 7 to 3 on the tools, and then I moved to the corporate side, and then I went to 8 to 4. But I argued that it was kind of dumb because, like, the managers and the bosses and everyone was there at 7 in the morning or earlier, and then everyone left, or like the workday was done at like 4 o'clock. So, like, me being there, like, to check paperwork and all sorts of stuff was, like, kind of pointless. Also, from the traffic for, like, where I lived, it would always be, like, an hour or something to, like, get home at night. Wasn't bad in the morning. The morning I'd get up early, I'd go to the gym. That's why I'm fat now, because I don't go to the gym in the morning. But yeah, I used to get up, go to the gym. Gym was really expensive, but I was making a lot more money then. And they had a pool. So I would get up, have breakfast, hit the gym, do some weights, do some cardio, hit the pool, go for a swim, take a shower, and just, like, a couple minutes later go to the office, start my day off. It was great. Yeah, I know, huh? It's not, I shouldn't say fat. Fat. It's so dumb. Really? Maybe regret. No, I don't regret it. I don't mind the push-ups. Like, it's a good thing. It's an interactive thing. It helps me. It's not like the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. Look, you help me, I help you. by making me do exercise. What was I doing? What was I thinking about today? I know I have some stuff. I know the drag and drop is still not functioning correctly. I think my end scene works, if I remember last. Spear. Let's grab, a treasure room, perfect. Get an item. This should trigger something. 4 or 5. Oh, that's, looks like my kind of loot. Maybe it doesn't. And we can tend to put this here. And we'll grab this dude. Maybe let's see how much I can stack. Oh, but you know what? I'm pretty sure we don't want to take another person. I'm gonna kill off some people here. So, sorry, your time has come. Zenio. 1 person dead. Gandalf. Oh, I do like his death animation. Gets sucked into his book, and then what happens is his book technically is supposed to become it becomes an item, and then when you find that item, it lets you like have the option to recruit him. Blaze slash, cool. So we killed a bunch of dudes, hit another treasure room. We grabbed this time. Now we have 2 items. It shouldn't reset this. There should be a thing that talks about this, but we don't have it yet. Get a new ninja, get another recruit, do another battle. We'll have him die this time. We'll have the ninja come in. Slash. Oh yeah, that doesn't do any damage. I haven't assigned it any numbers. Not going to take him. We're going to heal. Go to a 4 combat. Now this is where we got different enemies. Slash. See, he's taking a huge... The skeletons are no joke. They do a lot of damage. We didn't actually see it attack, though, unfortunately. Oh, shoot, yeah. The other enemies are really strong in comparison. You don't really see it because the animation stuff is not, like, timed correctly. But he got busted up. Blast. Okay. He leveled up. Rope-a-dope. I think now I'm just going to let everyone die and see if our end screen looks good. We're going to stab you because this does a lot more damage. Look at that. Look at that slash. Chunked him. He's almost dead. Oh, he's fully dead. Chunked him. Book pop gone. And then chunks him. Ooh, I don't know why this ninja's here. That's a little weird. My text is not aligned correctly. Oh, because it's so much. Oh, okay. I didn't take that as a factor. I did not factor that in. Because our text here is so large. It's gone out of bounds. So number of floors cleared, 17. Number of enemies slain, 10. Heroes lost. Cool, 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 cool. Items collected. And that's good. the rest of the stuff. So, okay, so that's good. That's good. I have to maybe add some like scrolling. If my text is bigger than a certain amount, I can scroll it for the end. Or I put two things. Maybe I'll just put two things. For now, we'll just split this actually. Run stats. Stick the run stats over here. Game stats. I'm gonna stick it here. Something like this. Run stats can be kind of here. And we'll increase the height. Something like that. Yeah, because then it looks a little bit better, and then the other one can be beside. So what's our y-axis? Let's say 120. Set you to 120. 120 also. It's not as big because these are just flat numbers. It's not going to be as prudent to have them. So the game view looks like. Yeah, I might make this scrolling. Probably have to make it scrolling. But that's fine for now. It works. It does what it's supposed to do. Oh, actually, I didn't even check if any of the other buttons worked. Silly me. I want some random. Is this gonna be really loud? Yep. Yeah, just a little splash in the background there. Okay, so this works. That's good. I probably have to add like scrolling text. Let's just open up this manager. It's called the endgame controller. It should be endgame screen controller. Oh, why did my code go up here? So, yeah, we still have to do this. Probably run some sort of thing for like public void scrolling text, I guess, is what I want it to do. I'll have to add that. There's something here that I noticed that was weird. Here we go. Number of floors cleared, number of enemies slain. Yeah, so something like that seems to output properly. I might have to do a double N. I know there's a way to like force colors too for text, but I don't think I need to do that right now. So end screen, that's cool. Let's move on to something harder. Something harder to do. The drag and drop still needs to be set up. Set items, holders, end screen. End screen is done. We're done for now. Maybe I should set the restart for the game. Not sure which I want to do. Why am I'm a little low here. There we go. It's either I do that, trigger boss battle, finish enemy combat logic, close game loop. I guess. What do I want to do? Do I want to do boss stuff? The thing is, do I want to make the boss level, the boss battle scene different? Where the heck are my artists? Those silly artists are always here badgering me, and where are they this morning? You know, This is where I would want their comments. Now, the day I want their comments and more information about what I should kind of pick. Well, to the people who are here, do you think the boss battle should have its own scene? Like, I was thinking, because bosses are kind of supposed to be like scarier. Do I actually just make the battle scene different? Or do I use the same setup? That's what I currently have. Different how? So it would be more like... Why is this glitched out? I don't know why this is set funny. So kind of just the way that it's presented. So if I go to this, so right now, when you look at this, let's go like this. You have your one person, and you have your enemies that come here. The idea would that be, this might be a little zoomed out, a little further back, and give it more of the like, almost the Final Fantasy treatment. You know, where you can see all your people. You know, something kind of like, oops, where did that go? Kind of like this. You know, where it's like, oh, okay, you can see all the people, but except for it would be like one boss. Actually, you know what? I could just do it. I could just do a thing. The idea would be, I'll just make a new scene. We'll call it, we'll just create it for now. Battle ladder boss combat. The only reason why I'm almost thinking that I need a different combat system for bosses is because they're gonna use special abilities and different ways to fight. So then the idea would be, we go to prototypes, no prototypes, resources, prefabs, enemies. So bring up our dude in the scene. Oh. Bring our dude in the scene. Boop. Where is he? Here. So not just a visual change, you want to change combat mechanics too. Well, it would use, so the player's combat mechanics would all still be the same, but the enemy stuff would be more complicated because it would also create like, the idea with this guy, the boss usually either be the back or the front, it depends on how it would be. And then his thing is that it's like it's almost like the enemy gets, I don't know. You give it back and forth. The boss, you're trying to get to the boss, and so you might have to like wade through other enemies first before you get the chance to attack the boss. Because one of the boss's abilities is he is right now the only boss that's in functioning is that the boss is a necromancer. So it's either going to be like the other thing was that it would be like a longer hallway kind of, I guess, best way to say it. So it's like you would start off, you'd maybe fight a slime and a bat, and then after you beat that, you'd fight like these guys. And the thing is, the reason it would be one scene is because this would shift. So you'd start combat here, you do this, then you'd move over, you start combat with these, and the background would change. Well, it would change. It would look like you're in a hallway, right? And then eventually you're fighting like, you know, a brute. Yeah, kind of. The idea is that it's supposed to wear you down a little bit, and also test your I guess your build, right? It's almost like a stress test. So right now there's no, like, you just see me kill stuff really quickly, but the resistances on stuff is going to make a huge difference, and weaknesses. So that's going to make it, you need to pick the right tool for the job. Some heroes will have lots of different tools. Some heroes will just specialize in like one type of damage. So that's like the thing. I was thinking about if I make abilities have cooldown. That was another one. I was like, oh, you can never use the same ability twice in a row. Which I was like, oh, that actually does kind of make... Yeah, I was thinking about that. Because right now I just keep using the same ability just because I'm testing, but I was like, oh, if one ability of mine does piercing damage and one of my ability does slashing damage, I could just mulch through enemies that are weak to slashing, right? But the thing is, if I have to wait one turn, there's like a cooldown of one turn on that ability, then it's like, oh, okay, maybe I switch out someone else who has slashing, right? And then you have to like kind of switch back and forth. Something like that. But yeah, so then this would be like more of a gauntlet. Makes some moves basic, spammable, but others that lock you out of it X turns. I don't know if I do. So that's where I'm getting like back and forth on it, because mana effectively does limit the amount of uses of more powerful things. So if you're going to use anything that's going to have like an element attached to it, or like a bonus multiplier, those use mana, so you have a finite amount of mana. And then, yeah, I think I have to. I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about games and like difficulty curves. And I think giving restrictions, so giving constraints, doesn't necessarily, like it equates to difficulty without being the silly kind of like, oh, we're just going to give the monsters a lot more health and a lot more damage. Well, it kind of defeats the purpose that way. But if you make it so they're still the same kind of monsters you're fighting, maybe a little bit stronger, but now you have to like kind of pick it's almost like picking your hand, right? You have X amount of cards in your hand. It becomes a card game, pretty much. It's like, I can only play this card because next turn I can't play it. I think I'm going to do that. I think that's the way to do it. And I think I will do a gauntlet-style boss, because that's my litmus test. And I also can do some shenanigans where I can code in like preferred enemies. So I could do a creeping scale. Because the thing is, the thing about a gauntlet is that your health and mana would not be reset after you finish a wave. So like if you're silly and you're like, I'm going to use my mega attack on the first group of guys because it's an AoE and I can wipe the whole floor with them, but it takes like 50% of your mana, and now you don't have that mana for like the next step. I'm liking this idea. I'm liking this. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do boss battles, and originally I was just going to put them in the same scene, but I think having them in a separate scene is like a lot better. Yeah. The artists are not going to like this. They're going to be upset that I didn't have this before. They'll be like, why didn't you make this before? Yeah, we'll do this. And then we'll need a camera. Well, we'll need UI. We'll need a UI element. So just slap a canvas here. Canvas needs to be an overlay of the camera. We need a camera. I can't remember what settings we have to do the camera. Let's see what this looks like. They're really small. They need to be bigger. You might have to limit the number of buffs a character can get in battle each wave if they carry over to the next. So buffs, that's the thing, is buffs are not like permanent, right? You give a buff and it's effectively a positive dot, right? Damage over time, or it's a positive thing. So it's like a buff might only last 2 turns. So the cool thing is you could then, if you know it's like, oh, I can one-shot this last guy before I move on to the next wave, you could then stack buffs. You could take like one turn to try to stack up buffs, and then kill the guy. And so when you go into the next, ooh, that's actually a little bit of a. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. What do I have my other? I have to look at my other scale for this. I remember we set this to something. I like that. I like that. Yeah, we'll save this for now. Just want to know what my camera settings are. 1.16. Okay, go back. So the camera's set to 1.16. Now that does put everything out of spectrum, but it's fine. So we might, yeah, something like this. And something like that. Cool. Then we're gonna go here and we're just gonna basic my stuff out. So maybe we'll just do, I wish I had a cooler tile set. I mean, I could go and just recolor this stuff. Color it to be like nicer. If the boss isn't part of the current wave, can he still be doing shenanigans in the background out of reach of the player? Like cast spells, summon more, etc. Ooh. Ooh, that's spicy. That is spicy. I like that. That's like it's like a little incentive not to dawdle. Oh yeah, I could put a countdown. I could put a thing that lets you know that, oh, the boss is going to like do something in X amount of turns. So that you know that it's coming. You might not know what it is. That is solid. Ooh, ooh, mwah, chef's kiss. I love it. I love it. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like let's say you kill stuff quickly, you might have the time to do that. But then it's like, if let's say his closest to you one. So like let's say there's 3 waves. Just 3 waves before you hit the boss. The first wave, he maybe buffs them. The second wave, he summons a dude. So he's trying to like increase the amount of dudes you're facing. And then the third wave, he's actually just able to attack you. Like, so the first wave would look like, oopsies. The first wave, I think, would be, you got these things you're fighting, and he buffs them. Then you got these guys, he like resurrects them. And then you got this guy who you're fighting, and then he like, every X amount of turns, he's gonna just shoot a fireball, like not a fireball, but like an attack that hits one of your dudes. And then eventually you have him. And then when it's him, he can do everything. Yeah, I think I want to do that. And then it lets me do, I really want this, the slime merging mechanic, where it's like, if you, so in like Slay the Spire, it's the opposite. If you get a slime to half its health, it splits into 2. I'm going to do the opposite. I want the slime, once it gets to half its health, it's going to merge and make a stronger slime. So now you have an enemy health pool that's like bigger. So now you're working down, you gotta like think about it. Or blast the slime before it can do it. And then yeah, and then the bigger the slime gets, the more powerful it is. Especially if you also have this guy just artillerying you. Ooh, ooh, I like it, I like it. Okay. So the things that so we're gonna need, it's gonna be similar to the battle script. We're gonna have a different script. We're gonna have, I'm just gonna create a thing here, call it boss combat controller. And we're going to create a script for that. I want to do this real quick here, though. Tile. I know these tiles are probably janky right now, so I'm just going to take a couple tiles. Yeah, they're too big. I have to change this size. Is it this that I'm changing? So I think it's 0.25 we'll go with. No, what size? I have to check on my other thing. Or save. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm just gonna steal. I'm gonna steal this one. Copy. I'm gonna get rid of this. Delete. Paste. Oops. Paste. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So this is like here. Okay. Background. So then I can actually make this like a little bit nicer. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this has to actually be kind of done the same way. So then this will be something like that. Can I don't think I can select that. Can I? What's this? No. I should really count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there, right? 3, 6, 7. 3, 6, 7, cool. Something like that. Then it would be this whole wall like this. Grab a little bit of this top part. Grab this part. Oh no, we need to grab this part. Cap it off here. And then we stick. Or do I make them further away? I don't know, I was thinking about that. Technically this would be like that. I have a, this is a little silly, but I have this idea. This came to me. If I kind of like set the it's a little thing, but it would be like, this is level 1, and then level 2 would be, it'll have 2 things. Level 3 will have 3 things. A little visual thing for myself. So I don't know what layers. Which one's this? Oh, this is the floor. Yeah, so the floor is just the same kind of thing. Yeah, the floor just kind of goes. Ooh, I wonder if I can make a step. Would that work? What if can I make a step up? Would that work? I don't know if that would look, how would that look? Because then it's like a step up. Something weird like that. No, it might work. some janky, or do I put a post there? No, it'd be this. Still be that, but then I could put like boom. I don't even know what I'm doing here now. Something like that. Maybe this has to be like this. Yeah, that gives the step look. Okay. Then this can be here. I'll have to make something that makes it look more like steps. Something like that. And see, this is supposed to be dark in here. These shadows make such a big difference. Maybe if I made them all shadowy alcoves. I don't know. I don't know how I want to do that. I'll have to play with it later. And then I also need to shift this. It's better I started at 1. Because if this is in frame, oh, actually no, I can do this 1, and then take my camera. So here, I have to shift that. So let's, because this is, oh, that kind of works actually. Yeah. Okay. So then I'll have to have it like lerp itself. Goes to here. Ooh. Oh, that's a clever idea. I think so. It might not work, but you're back. Meeting's okay. Everyone's good. Got to yell at more people. Something like that. Canvas. Oh, I need to pull some other stuff. Yeah. Let's grab. Don't think I need that. I will need combat HUD. Yeah, I'll need this. So we'll copy this. And in here we'll go paste. What? No, maybe it's here. Oh, I'm confused. Why is this not correct? Okay, that's wrong. Oh, because this is the camera. Boop. There we go. For future expansion, should do a tower run or endless run. Yeah, well, that's what this would technically be. This is like the precursor to something like that. It's also meant to. It'll be what dungeon diving is going to be like. just maybe the reverse of what it is right now. Right now you're coming out of the bossment. And yeah, so this is good. HUD works. Do I need the canvas then? Oh, I need the canvas. So is this a canvas? Oh, it's already a canvas, so I don't need this. Let's move some of these things around just to kind of give me an idea. Camera. Let's just give myself a shift. What the heck? What the heck's my control for this? Okay. Also, why is my necromancer not visible? Where the heck is he? Oh, is this thing not set to a... Oh, that would be why. Let's go like 3. I don't know. Maybe what's a slime on? What layer is a slime on? No. So why was my necromancer weird? I don't know. That's weird. So slime. So this is your first encounter. You have a slime and a bat. Like that. Second one, gonna have third one. So then the idea would be the camera goes from there, goes to the next battle, so you'd still have dead bodies here. And then the brute would be here. So then after that, the camera would move again to here. I wonder if there's a way I could maybe make those stairs look a bit better. If I make them dark at the end. Like that. I think that kind of translates a bit. Oh, I could even darken the edges both ways. Maybe. Does that translate better? Kind of. I'd need to make them look different. I need to like round them or something, have a rounded piece. But it's kind of given the flow that I want. So yeah, so you come in, you face the first duders, you kill them, you face the second duders, so this would probably come to here. You kill them, you come and face this duder, and then you face the boss. The thing is, the boss is much larger, so I want like the screen to zoom out a bit. So this screen would probably go up to like something like that. Something like that. I think. Something like that. Necromancer. We need to take off. And not on this. Necromancer. We're gonna have this. So he'd be like here. Something like that. And then that area would be this. So we just don't need the HUD for a second. We can take the HUD off. Late scam. What are you talking about? You guys are the late ones. Where the heck have you been? I even had like a rant about like where are the artists to come and give me advice on stuff, and then you guys weren't even here. Had a bunch of questions, a bunch of things, and then you guys were just not here. Not here for it. Not a part of the normal thing that I like was like, oh yeah, they're gonna be here. They're gonna be here early, and they're gonna be here to berate me. But no, no one was here. No one was here to be like, hey, that looks stupid, or hey, did you think about trying this? Yeah, no one, none of you. Roughly 20 minutes till he goes live, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's what happens, you know. You try to be like good and consistent for these gremlins, and then what do? They just show you no love. Actually, I could do it like this. Can I just do? Be a little weird. Be weird like that. Maybe it would be. Actually, not what I want to do. I want this one. Sorry, what did I miss? Streamer late scam. Sorry, I was looking at magic cards. I should be working, but looking at magic cards. I see how it is. The magic cards are more important. I get it. I understand. There's no shame in saying that you care more about magic cards. It's fine. Whatever. Magic cards are life. Sure. I'm sure you're looking at some Final Fantasy stuff. You're like, oh, I love my Final Fantasy. It's gonna give me my Final Fantasy. This is supposed to be one up. If I pull a VV, I'll give you $5. What's a VV? I'm just saying words now, and adding money to the words. Oops, I did that wrong. It's supposed to be like this. Doing, trying to get me all like, oh, I want to be excited about magic cards too. What's a VV? Is a VV something cool? one of the most well-known OGFF characters. Really? Well, you know what? I never played Final Fantasy, so... Vivi. Oh! The, like, mage. Why do I think of him as something else? What is the mage called from He-Man? The black mage. What's that mage's name is? Orko. See? Yes, Orko, exactly. So, like, when you said Vivi, and then I saw the picture of Vivi, I look at Vivi and I think Orko. Yeah. Orko, yep. Good old Orko. I mean, on a side note about He-Man, the new show wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I didn't mind it. I thought it was... Orko becomes a white mage. Should I have done that like that? Will this make it look funny? Sure, why not? This look a little janky. Oopsies. No. Like this. That. It's not the greatest, but it's a little jank, but it's fine. Oh wait, I need to... something like that. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it... I think the first new one was pretty good. Weird like this. I know I gotta do something with like the other stuff. But yeah, I think that's fine. Technically this is foreground stuff. Do I want to have it like this? Do I do like... Or do I do something like that? Oops, not what I want to do. I guess it's supposed to be like that. Something like that. I don't know. That's fine for now. It doesn't have to be perfecto. It does not have to be perfecto. Fill all these little gaps so I don't get any weird like artifacts there. And then for you, Guess I'll just put that there. Put this there. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. So, Artistios. The guys there, So this is what's happening. Boss battle. Time to battle the boss. Bouse. So it's a corridor fight. A gauntlet, if you will. And, yeah, sorry, there's another scene. Ha 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 ha! Just because I figured it'd be easier for me to make the boss battle scene its own scene, because I have other things that are happening that I could just put. A lot of stuff is going to come from the battle scene, so like the HUD is the same HUD, but so what I will do. So you come in, a little lerping camera. You fight the first couple dudes. While you're fighting the first dudes, there's a mage countdown. The mage counts down, like a turn counter pretty much, and then the boss does something. Buff, respawn. I think I might. I don't know if I'm going to randomize it or if I'm going to fix it, but whatever. He's got 3 things. He can either buff a unit, respawn a unit, or do like or damage. You can do like you fire something. So you beat these guys, and the camera goes. You get to the next fight. Their corpses stay on the ground, and then you fight the next wave of guys, and then you fight the next wave, which is the slime brute, and then you face the mage. Now the thing is, we were talking about camera scale stuff. So I have this at 1.16 because this was what Nick was talking about. But I was thinking about, and I don't know if this is going to break stuff on the art side of things. But the thing is, as I get to here, I want to, like, from the stairs up, I want this to actually come out to be like a bigger kind of space. And what I'm thinking about doing is when I do that, I'll pull the Final Fantasy look. The being able to see all your characters on screen. So when it does the pull out, you have the boss. He's here at the back. I'm probably have to make this area bigger, actually, now that I think about it. But he's here at the back, and he still has the same 3 abilities. He can buff, he can spawn, and he can do damage. But how I want you to be able to see everybody, kind of make it. I feel like that gives it some epicness, if that makes sense. I don't know. Artists, this is where your opinion is where it matters, or it can be. I will listen to it. But yeah, so that's the stuff for the boss battle. I just created a quick UI thing or a scene prototype. Then I got to write the code for it. A lot of it is still going to be the same as like the other stuff. It's just the camera move, which I got to do. I got to use some LARPing or derping, whatever the twerk. Did I add that to this? Where did I pick that up? Tweening, the tween thing? It's not in the asset store, is it? I can't remember where tween is. Tween, or is that open source? Tween? No, what the heck? What was it called? Is it itch? No. Where did I? D-tween? There's a tween? I don't remember how to do it. I can't remember what it was called. Now I can't remember what it was called. That plugin. Whatever. Okay. Create new script. Boss combat controller. This will also, boss combat controller will also be used for recruitable people, I think, because they also will have different move sets that they can do. Okay. So, we need a couple things. First, I'm just going to make public. Tab public. Abool is boss battle. This battle versus a enemy boss type. Public bool is hero battle. Is this battle versus a hero type? So we know which ones go there. When we start, what data do we need to know? So data needed to set up boss battle. So we're gonna need public int number of waves. How many waves of enemies? How many waves of enemies are there to the boss? Public int array this will be number of enemies per wave. The number of enemies per wave. Yeah. Okay. Then we need public they're prefabs. This could be just game objects. Enemy prefabs. Okay. So what's on the docket today? I assume based on one of the screens I saw, you're doing chain fights and boss fight, maybe? Yeah. I guess you missed all me asking you a bunch of questions about stuff. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty much there's waves that you fight. I was pooping. Hyper. Oh, okay. Well, maybe you should get up earlier and poop earlier instead of looking at magic cards. Maybe were you magic pooping? You know, looking at magic cards and pooping? Also, you're trying to pull VV. Oh, did you buy a bunch of magic cards? Hmm? No, I haven't bought any. Canon I bought. Might go to the pre-release. Undecided as of yet because of price and weather. I mean, if you get a normal VV, it's only like you could just buy one. It's only like $60 US for a card. Or why is there's an oh, the full art one is 100 and something. You should do it. The thing is, if you're going in the afternoon, it's better, right? The whatever the weather advisory thing, it lightens up by the evening. So, are you planning on going to the Tower of Wizards to wizard it up? Eh. Wait, what's closer to you? Is Cobalt is no. Is what's it called? Out of the Box is closer, I guess. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I guess out of the Box would be a fair bit closer. It's literally like one bus. Okay. So, need to know that. Box is like a 20-minute walk from my house, and Wizards feels like prison since they put up the security shutters. Oh, really? Well, they were getting robbed, man. There people came in and they like broke in and they broke into the back room and they like robbed a bunch of magic cards because, you know, cardboard is worth money now. As crime hub apparently. Well, have you seen all this stuff about people are so like cards are they have active security guard at the PetSmart now. Oh yeah, robbery, man, Pokemon theft. The amount of stuff that people are doing to like steal Pokemon cards, you know, flipping through binders and yeah, I don't know. It's bad. It is bad. Yeah, so what else do I need? Prefab. I guess I need to have yeah, I'll probably also need a couple other things, but I'm not sure how I want to implement them. Number of waves, number of enemies per wave, enemy prefabs. I guess I could make maybe I should whatever, I'll do it. Public game object boss prefab. Yeah. Okay. We'll also need ladder game data will be the big one. We'll need that. We'll need game object hero holder. Ooh, imagine an enemy that just steals your stuff. That'd suck. I I also want... I don't like them. I've never liked things that steal your stuff. It always irks me. Especially if it's like they hit you, they steal an item, and then they run away. Yeah, I really don't like that. I really don't like that. So Slay the Spire has it. They have a thief that takes your gold. When it was first out, they literally would hit you, and once they hit you, they'd peace. Now they hit you until they get to a certain amount of health that they've lost, and then they run. They wait one turn before they run. But the nice thing about that is at least you know it's like, oh, okay, if I get them down to this much health, then it's going to trigger their run. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of those. How about if the enemy just removes an item until the end of the battle, like knockoff in Pokemon? Oh, I didn't know that was a thing in Pokemon. That's not bad. You know, like, or like it's some sort of like, oh, we've trapped your item, it doesn't work right now. That's not bad. I think that's fine, especially if it's like one enemy does it, and if you kill that enemy, it releases it. I need to play more RPG games, my man. I need to play more. Well, I wish I had time for RPGs. Confiscate. Sounds like your only reference point is a playthrough of Pokemon Red and Blue from 20 years ago. Okay, well, because I didn't play a lot. I played Pokemon up until... God, I don't even know. Definitely before... Definitely the first couple generations. Because I remember at least 3 different starter types. Or 3 different types of starters. So that's at least 3 generations, right? And I always picked the fire one. Except for maybe one of the fire ones was dumb. Pokemon starters by generation. Okay. Gen 1, Gen 2... Okay, so I probably got up to Gen 5, maybe? Maybe, if this is correct. If this is correct, then I maybe got up to Gen 5. Because it's always Charmander. I might have taken the Crocodile here. I definitely took this because I liked its like Kung Fu fighter aesthetic at the end. And I don't know if I played this one. I feel like I definitely played Diamond and Pearl. And maybe I glazed over this one. I don't think I played the full of this. These ones I definitely played them. Finished this one multiple times. Finished this one. Finished this one. Maybe didn't finish this one. But yeah, and then this one I don't know. Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. I feel like I played this. But yeah. I got a big kitten! Oh, what are these? These things look dumb. Those are dumb. Yeah, I always liked this one. So weird. Pokemons? Chrono Trigger. I got Chrono Trigger. I started playing it. Chrono Trigger's pretty interesting. SMT. Persona. I've played Persona. Xenogears. I've not played Xenogears. I've been interested in any of the Final Fantasy. I haven't played any of them. Earthbound, no. Super Mario RPG. I've heard a lot of good things about Super Mario RPG. Paper Mario. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Look at this guy. Competitive Pokemon players. But again, that's having played a bunch of RPGs doesn't necessarily make you a better game maker, if that makes any sense. Because I'm not trying to rip them off entirely, but if they have mechanics that are like in the same vein of what I'm thinking, it gives you more reference points. That's true. Like or especially for implementation, I think that's the big one. I think playing games let you see how other people implemented ideas, and that's the real takeaway. And how they are yeah, exactly what I was just saying is the implementation. And that's like a big one. That's like definitely, that is the cream sauce right there, is how it's been implemented, because there are different mechanics or different ideas that I've seen implemented in the same thing, the same idea, but implemented two different ways, and one it's like, this sucks and this is okay. Like, you can come up with a new idea, but it's actually in something else you don't know anyways. That's true. Again, if I reference back to the convo a few months ago about y'all hate random encounters because you don't like Zubat Cave. Yeah. But I don't like, I shouldn't say I don't like random encounters. I think if you're trying to traverse an area and you're like almost forced into the encounters, the way you want to do it, and it's just a dungeon quest, Persona FFF game, etc. The way you phrased it, I hate all random encounters. All they do is waste your time. No, that was probably me being very bitter about Zubat Caves. No, I like random encounters. This is the key in there in random, is that it should be, I guess, I don't know how you would phrase it, where it's like it's random, but with a ticker that makes sure you're not getting the same garbage over and over again. But I guess in Pokemon, some of that's necessary, because it's like, this is this region, and these Pokemon only spawn in this region. And you like run through the grass because you're looking for that one Abra. But yeah, I think some random encounter stuff is a little too egregious, and I feel like it is designed to pad or slow the player down. Especially if it's wasted, I guess, potential, something like that. Where it's like, I'm fighting a thing that I don't need to fight, but it's like forcing me to... Just the time. Like, let's say it's like you run away from it, or your guy has like... can one-shot it. So that's the thing that I was never a really big fan of. I know they implemented different things later. Items that let you like not have random encounters, and then I think they eventually just made it so you could actually like see where Pokemon were. The grass would move or something like that. You could have there's a visual indicator of like, oh, there's a counter here. Watch out. You want to walk through that? Oh, you get it. But do you know of any game that skips... I know one of the Japanese ones might do this, but it skips encounters for you based on how strong you are. So like, if you're in an area where you're egregiously strong, I mean, design-wise, random encounters are there to make you engage with the system and make sure you have an appropriate amount of XP before the next story mode checkpoint. Yes, okay, that makes total sense. Earthbound. There are plenty of games that just one-hit kill enemies on the overworld if you're too powerful. Earthbound. Okay, Earthbound. Okay, so that's the Japanese one I'm thinking about. Earthbound. Oh yeah, that's the NES one. to encounter enemies is determined by a factor of proximity and blah blah blah. However, you can temporarily make enemies disappear by moving away from them and off screen, then returning to. Oh, okay, that's just a weird thing. There are plenty of games that just one hit kill. Yeah, but the thing is, ooh, you know what's kind of neat? Imagine if your overworld character just does like a little link animation. Like, so just it already says, hey, you're gonna win this encounter. So as you run through the enemies, it just like, yep, and takes them out, and then you don't have to load another screen. You don't have to change anything. Maybe there's a slight chance something, you know, mundane drops. Oh, so that's how it does it. Okay, that's cool. There are plenty of games that just one-hit enemies. Okay. Can you name a game? I'd like to see what that... I'm assuming that it's what I'm thinking it looks like, but... What's a game that you know off the top of your head that's like that? If you got one. Got one in there, that mind of massive amounts of games. Earthbound, I believe, does it. Pretty sure FF does, but not 100% of that. Yeah. Link spin that always gives you a little speed boost. Let them ricochet their weak hordes. Yeah, you know, like that's... The big thing is not having to worry about going to a different... Persona does it, apparently. Which one? Because I played Persona 5? Is the Joker always, like, the main character in Persona? I played Persona 5, I think. No, Joker's Persona... Okay, so then, yes. So then I played Persona 5 because I remember the Joker. And I remember... I liked their encounter system. It was kind of neat. You had, like, that kind of... what would you call it? It's not a platform. Well, I guess it's kind of like a platformer stealth part of the game, and then that's how you could like encounter stuff. The one thing I didn't like about Persona 5 is how often you had to go talk to random people. Like, I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to increase friendship level. I want to go and fight stuff. I want that new super awesome summon. I want to capture it and get a better summon. That was the one thing that got me. That's how Persona got me. The you can get new... What were they called? Are they personas? No, they're not personas. What are those things called? Simulator is the good part of Persona games. The social... No! It's like you gotta like do all this stuff because you just want to get bonuses. You think the gameplay was boring? Oh. I don't know. I thought it had bitchin' music. The UI was fantastic. I thought the gameplay was not too bad. But again, who knows? It's been... When did Persona 5 come out? 2016, so it's been 10 years almost. Within 10 minutes of Persona combat gameplay, you've seen it all. Now do that for 120 hours. But see, why... There you go, that's the kicker. It's like, why is it 120 hours? Right? It's because you got to do all that other crap. You got to go and do all this social stuff so you can get people to join your... Well, I think once you get everyone joined, you're fine. But then it's like, oh, all these little bonuses if they like you more. And then it's like, oh, okay, you want this? I think they're called personas. Are they called personas, the things that you use to fight? Or phantoms? Are they phantoms? Is that what they're called? I don't remember. But yeah. Think anyone would play a Persona game without the social element? Stands? I know, they feel like stands. That's what they feel like. Are Persona stands? So no, the thing is a persona. They're okay. The technical thing are personas. Oh my gosh, I don't want so many gosh darn things. They're called personas. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because there was one that I really, really wanted. And it's like, it was a really pain in the butt to try to get. And I think after I failed getting it multiple times, I just like was like, I'm done for playing this. And Persona was pretty lit. It was good. It's stand adjacent. Characters are referred to as persona users. 5 also had the worst recruitment system for the getting new personas of all the modern personas. Oh, really? Yeah, because it was like a weird... It was kind of like a Pokemon thing. I can't remember what the mechanic was. I remember just it's like you had like to capture them, but you had to beat them a certain way to capture them. And I was like, oh... But that, like... Try to get stuff was like a big thing. Okay. Oh, I guess I should have number of waves. I need a value. It's a very obscure. You have to have dialogue with them and pick multiple answers that you think they will like based on their personality type, but it's not clear what options are good or mean what. Oh, is that how it was? Frick, I don't remember. I remember it like was easy at first. You could kind of get a lot of different stuff, and then the good ones, the really good ones, were like a pain in the butt to get. Choose to get a new persona on the victory screen instead of the other bonuses. Okay. Yeah, no, that seems a lot better. I just remember the one persona I really wanted. I just couldn't get, and I was like really upset about it. I was like, I don't want to play anymore. If I can't have that, I don't want to play. I'm done. I need to. So number of waves. I'll need a thing that like ticks. I guess I should have other data things. So other data points would be public int waves cleared. Public int bosses cleared. Now this data is going to be a little bit superficial right now, but waves cleared, count cleared for that boss battle. Moves or triggers camera shift. Yeah, because I'd have to know number of waves. So if there's 3 waves, after you clear the 3 waves, then the camera will shift to the boss. I probably have to have a value too. So we'll need some camera values. Camera values. So we need a public camera. So we'll need that. So we'll call that. We'll need positions that it needs to go to. So we'll have to have I think it's going to be transform. We'll give this. camera wave position. Yeah, so this will be the location the camera needs to be at each wave. Game camera, and then public. Guess it's going to be a float. Camera size value. This is what the camera will scale to on boss wave. Why are you getting upset? Should I just put game camera? I don't know, boss camera, whatever. But, what else do I need? Let me just take it. Probably need the item holder. If I decide to do pull game object. Yeah. Oh yeah, the reason, I remember now, because the thing is we also have the, so yeah, the reason we have Hero Battle is Hero Battle, and then we got, I guess I'll want to put like another one. Ooh, no, if they're both correct, if both are active, we have a Hero Shadow Battle. So I'm just gonna put a little note here. If both hero and boss battle are true, trigger shadow battle. There we go. This is the shadow battle. What's a shadow battle, you ask? That's when you fight the last party that went through. So the more powerful they were, the more powerful the boss will be. The Shadow Link. Yep. Okay. I guess I just put awake. We're going to set our values here. So set and connect objects. So ladder data is going to be equal to game object dot find ladder game data. Oh. Do I need to make a game object? I can make a game object. Wouldn't matter. It would be dot get component. Can't do this. Then object dot find item holder, and then we have hero holder is going to equal to game object dot find hero holder. In my mind, sounds like I would just be a auto loss. Wait, what did I miss here? She's okay, fun. NGL sounds unfair based on part of your game design being I want characters to have one hit KO super moves that hit all enemies at once. My mind sounds like it would just be an auto lose, but maybe I'm wrong. Well, that's why this isn't held in a different scene. If they were, so remember I mentioned, were you here for the boss countdown? If you're fighting like the shadow ones, you wouldn't actually have the. It's like I haven't fully thought how I want to do it, because again, that could be the issue, is that why wouldn't the boss just like use the biggest move? So I would have to write a thing that logically chooses what to do with enough scaling that it's not going to be like you said, one shot auto. And it also depends on if I set it up as you're fighting one person or are you fighting the party. And it's like, are you fighting the party all together? Or are you fighting, like, I would want it to be similar. So it's like you're fighting the party the same way you'd be fighting as your party. So that would be the way. I'd have to, the thing is, I'd have to give some sort of information to the player to let them know something big is coming. Generally, a lot of the big moves to maximize like damage would involve the charge mechanic, which is one of those things where it's like you're charging up, you're not attacking, so it gives you a thing. I think fight one party member among other enemies makes more sense in my head. Yeah, I was thinking. That was the other one. It's like that's why I have the hero. Why there's like I guess 3 states, because then you could still have. You could either have it where you fight a weaker hero, like maybe like a dead. That's why I have access to the dead hero holder. So it's like it could pull a dead hero, and have them in one of the waves. So like the necromancer resurrected someone that died, and you're fighting them. But they would be their own. They wouldn't have like any extra dudes with them. It'd just be that one dude. And I would have to also check scaling, because it depends on what the thing is. When they die, they get set to the death, like their object gets set there, but their value, like their stats are the same of when they died. So I'd have to do something to either not spike their stats, but like actually I really could just increase their level but not increase their abilities. So the levels would go up, so they would be stronger, but if they died with only the basic moveset, that's all they would have access to. But if they died with the big ass moveset, but the thing is, for someone to die with the big ass moveset, it's like you'd have to funnel all the XP. So the way that the level, like the progression right now is set, is that you can only have one party member by the boss battle that might have their ultimate move. So like one person of 4 have one move that is like the big whammy. Right? Yeah. So Yep. Okay, what was I doing here? I was setting things. I think I have to go pee. I think that's what it's called. But yeah. So that's on awake. I don't think there's anything else there. I'll have to have start. Nope. Start. And this is where we would set a bunch of stuff. Oh, this is connect. This would be connect. I want connect. This is just connecting stuff. Connecting stuff. This is setting all values and triggers. Before the battle. Okay. And then this is where we'd get stuff from the ladder game data would tell us what we were dealing with. Yeah, it would tell us what we're dealing with. Then we'd have public void set up enemy waves. Okay. There's gonna be a few different things that are gonna be in here. I'll have to write it out a bit more, but there's a lot of code for this. But then, yeah, it should be cool. It should be doperific. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly make a potty break. Do this and boop, boop, and I'm back. Okay. We don't need this right now. Don't need that. Don't need that. So probably need steal some stuff from here. We'll have to steal some stuff from the battle system. Let's start at the very top of it. Do I make another public battle state? Maybe I do that. Oh wow, there's a bunch of stuff. There's like the icon stuff, hero prefab icons, enemy icons, dead icons. So that's all the UI stuff, enemy targets, knockouts. So there's a lot of stuff that I have to pull. First player turn. So on awake, yeah, we did that. Don't care about if it's not null. Connect ladder. Connect battle system to ladder data. Turn on go to shop. False, false. Not active. Hero holder. Start. team size. So yeah, team size, party size, total enemies. I'll need to create a new thing. Enemy prefabs. Prefab first turn. And then we have here. So here switch to launch is going pretty well. Yeah, I heard that people were lining up like crazy for it, and then apparently one store was stapling the receipts to the box on like the front of the box, but apparently the way that the switches were packaged, the staple went through the screen. Is it about it is a fault of a specific... I mean, yeah. Well, didn't Nintendo do something about pre-orders? Didn't they say you like to pre-order a Switch, you had to have like a Nintendo account, it had to be active, it had to have so many hours played of games. Like they pretty much they like tried to stop scalpers from like just buying up all the inventory. I remember hearing something Nintendo trying to like make it so, oh, you want to buy it early, you can get it, but you have to like prove that you're like, that's only if you pre-ordered through Nintendo directly or opposed to GameStop, Walmart. So I said it. For retailer, it's the normal. Oh, okay. You need to have 700 plus credit score. Is that like the Nintendo coins? I don't know how the Nintendo stuff works. We have it. We bought the whatever Nintendo Plus or whatever subscription for the kids because no credit score is what you use to buy a house. Oh. Yes. I guess I have a credit score that I could buy a Switch. But yeah. Yeah. Nah. I mean, it's good for Nintendo. Ooh, did you see that PlayStation exclusive game that's doing, what is it? Asymmetrical, no, not, is it asymmetrical multiplayer? Something tomorrow? Sony, was it Tides of Tomorrow? That's the one. Yeah. It's an interesting concept, and I wonder how because it makes me think of a little more interactive version of Dark Souls like message system, but instead of you just leaving a message and telling a person to jump off a cliff, it's like you've just removed the planks. It's like, oh yeah, I'm walking through this door. Oh, there's no floor here. I mean, they don't show that. They showed like, oh, the item you want doesn't look interesting to me personally. I think that recent State of Play was the best show Sony had recently, but overall I'm still very whelmed. The only thing I think I like about it is if your friends have the game and you have that one friend who got it early and played it, and then you play after and you just follow your friend around. I think that's kind of neat. That's a kind of a neat thing. But I feel like following strangers, it's just people are out there on the internet to grief you, no matter what. So it's like, imagine how many... They're like, yeah, you can switch. It's like, well, if the mission is a complete cluster because the person in front... And the thing is, it's like, oh, is it an exponential spiral? So it's like if I follow someone who did really bad on purpose, like made it so it's just hard, and I do it, and then I fail the mission because it was that hard. Then someone else follows me because, right? There's just, like, is there a reset? Is there some sort of, I don't want to say policing, but like some sort of way that the game can be like, okay, we got to reset this. So we've seen that, whatever. It's an interesting concept. It has cool potential, but in there it literally hopes that players are going to be nice for other players. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, who's not going to just loot everything and like leave with it all? And then you come to the island and you're like, I'm here to get stuff. It's like everyone wants to kill you because that's the guy who stole our shit. It's a, and I think it's a Sony exclusive too. So I think I don't know why exclusives still exist. Maybe it's for the console world. It's when are people nice? I think people in person are nice. I think people on the internet aren't usually. The internet can be a very just bitter place. I think people just go to air their grievances on the internet. Now I gotta figure out if I have to reset per wave. How do I want to do this? That is why I was just here to air his grievances. Nah, he's a good guy. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Do I spawn all the stuff? I think I have to. I think I'd have to set up all the waves first. It's too big and his head swells up and he floats away into the sun. That's not how physics work. I would get to the upper atmosphere and then I wouldn't be able to go any further because I wouldn't be able to leave Earth's orbit. But whatever, besides the point. Also, the temperature change would also affect the gases in the balloon, my brain. So it wouldn't go any further. See? Do you know this is the second one today? Yeah, you weren't the first. Mr. 4 was the first. Now when I heard my elbow popping. Beep doop boop. He's trying to be logical. Get him. Oh god, let's try and aim for 5 total push-ups. Redeem then. I don't get, what do you mean 5 total? Oh, you mean like, so 25 total push-ups. Okay, I'm cut out. I didn't see any push-ups. Yeah, it went back. Guess, what? No, it didn't. Did you hear about Twitch adding, it's not out yet, but Twitch is going to add the rewind feature. Actually, wait, no, I can see this. I can actually find this. Yeah, you think you're smart, huh? You think you're smart. Upside of me streaming to multiple sources, I can scrub back on YouTube. Where is it? I can scrub back on YouTube. Let's scrub back. Scroll back a couple seconds. They're salty. Look at this guy. Look at this guy thinking he got me. Okay. So now we're a little further. There we go. Oh. This is right before it. Ah, there it is. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. YouTube works fine. Twitch cut out. Well, I have proof. I have proof right here. Proof is in the pudding. Right there. Look, camera moves. Camera moves. And then goes over there. He goes over there. He goes over there. Look at that guy. Look at him. Oh, yeah. Boom. Chicka boom. You know, like the lock-loaded fists. Look at this guy. He's doing faster push-ups than he's ever done. Yeah, so you shush your mouth holes. I have video evidence. I'm locked out for 8 more minutes. Can someone please make him do more push-ups? He needs to be humbled. 7 minutes. Wait. Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought the lockout was made to... It locked a person. I didn't realize it locks out completely. So what do I have it as locked out for? Okay, push-ups. Oh, does it lock us all out? Well, I wasn't sure because that's what because if four did it like at the beginning of the stream, so technically he shouldn't be locked out anymore. Redeem cooldowns 10 minutes. Between redeems is up to... Okay. I also have it set to... so I didn't put a maximum per user per stream, but I did set a limit per stream to 4. So there can only be a maximum of 20 push-ups. Maybe I should put the cooldown less, though. Maybe I give myself a 5-minute cooldown. Streamer's too scared to get in shape. Well, I don't want to be sweating. Like, I don't want to come back and be like, you know? That would not be good. Sweating after 5 push-ups, baby. How many push-ups can you do? How about not even that. You know, you're gonna start streaming again, doing art, and you gotta put push-up redeems in your art, because that's another thing. Twitch is gonna make it so that everyone gets access to channel points and stuff. You don't have to be an affiliate anymore. Actually, you're an affiliate, aren't you? You have you have a lot of stuff. You have a lot of people following you. How do I do this? Go here. Here. Let's look for the a-hole on ice. Show more. Show more. I wish this was alphabetical. There he is. The guy. The myth, the legend. Oh, what's going on here? Why is it doing this? This guy. Single set, I think I start to wobble around, depending on how good a grip I have on the floor. You have to grip the floor? On carpet, I find it a bit easier. On hardwood, it's maybe like a mid-40s because I slip a little over time. Ah. When was this last guy? See, you have 55 followers. You're good. You're good to... You're affiliated. You can channel points. You can do things. do some art and some push-up arts. You should get your tablet and draw with your mouth while you're doing push-ups. Yeah. I haven't been able to redeem any of my channel points on your channel because you're never on anymore. Disappointment. If you ever come to my stream, you'd know if you ever came. I would show up on your stream. Oh, but you also stream usually. I streamed 4 days last week. But you stream at like night. When was this? 5 days ago, you were playing They Are Billions. 5 days ago. And I wish it says what time you streamed at. It doesn't. It just says 5 days ago. So wait, do you stream at night then? Is that what? Because I don't ever see you streaming. I feel like you say you stream, but I don't know if you do stream. Okay, back to this location. I mean, I can't stream when I'm working. It's NDA Lamau. I guess so. And then at nighttime, I'm usually either doing bedtime routine or it's only like after 8 o'clock or something. I'm back on my computer. Okay, let's just get back to stuff. Back to some work. Try to get this thing somewhat up and going. For someone who's supposed to keep me on task, getting me to do push-ups seems to be the worst way to do it. Okay, set up enemy wave. So I'm going to need locations, actually. You were already distracted. No, I wasn't. I was writing stuff before. I was looking at my battle system to figure out how I want to write it. So then, maybe I should just make points. Maybe I should make points. Maybe I make a wave holder, and then holder 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because then I can set everything up, because then I'd have the total number of holders, which would give me the total. I'd have total number of enemies, and then I'd populate them. Right. Because I want to know where each location is, and also technically this is supposed to like. Also, I need the player. Do I do the first? Okay, let's just do some empty game objects. We'll call this wave 1. Spots. I'll set this to 0, 0, 0. In here, we'll add empty game object. And then we'll call this spot. Okay. So then if we have no, I think I can still keep it the same way. Yeah, I think so. Wave 1 spot. Something like that. How do I want to do this? Or I make the whole thing the same, where it's everyone's out. No, because that just makes it a little weird. I should just put some heroes. And then put some heroes and see how I want to look at this. Maybe I have an active spot. An active. Bit random. Maybe an active spot, and then yeah, I think that's what I gotta do. Okay. So wave 1, we have what we'll call active spot. Div spot. And then we're going to have empty game object, and this will be called passive. Whatever, we'll say passive. Passive spot. So this would be like here. Grab the skull back, put the skull back in the passive spot. Set all your things to 0, 0, 0. Kind of make the active spot kind of closer. So let's go 225. Oops, oopsies. Something like that. Set you to 0 is too high. Okay, so we need to be negative, whatever, here. Maybe it's too much. Just need to bring it like here. Something like that. Then passive spot. And then maybe, okay, so then duplicate this, delete that, or duplicate that, stick you here. So spot 1. This should be zeroed. So passive spot 1. Actually, I think passive spot 1 should be like here. Passive spot 2 should be here. And oopsie, no, passive spot 1 would be I think the bat's just not a good thing to use right now. We'll use this. We'll grab a enemy. 0, 0, 0. Passive spot, I want it to be here. Passive spot 1 would be here. Passive spot, something like that. Yeah, so this is if you have all three. Or do I want to make it a star pattern? Active. 1. Probably like this, then it'd be like 2, and then this would be 3, and then that's my diamond pattern. And I can even put them back a little bit more. Something like that. Okay. So that's wave 1 would have those spots. You have your active spot. And that's what it's using. Wave 1 active spot. The heroes one wouldn't matter. So we'll just add another empty game object. Nope, not here, just here. We'll call this hero spots. And in here we would have, make sure this is fine. So here we'd have, this one would be active hero. Take all those spots. Yeah, active hero or active hero spot. So whatever. Spot. And then we're going to add another empty game object. And this will be passive spot. And then we're going to have duplicate. Now we'll just have this as 1. This is 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, so then put our brute into here, put our wizard into here, huntress into here. We see where we want stuff. So this will be something like this. He'd be back here. And then we got an issue. There we go. So you bring it just -1 so that they're there. And then we need another person. We'll just stick you in there. There. And then your spot would be like right here. Something like that. I could move the enemy wave back a bit. I can move the hero wave a little bit forward. Okay. Yeah, that would work. And then when I move my camera, so we go here, I have to set up the other wave. Oops. Better just put this back to where it was. Yeah. Because then it would be here. I will have to have them move, though. They would have to move. We had stuffed cannolis with cheese last night. It was good. Put ricotta mix with pesto and parm. Stuffed it in pasta sauce and topped with cheese. I had bread with sliced deli ham last night. Classic. All this talk about food is making me hungry. Making me hungry. Okay. So, we know we have those things. So set up wave. So what we're going to do is set up enemy waves. So we call this so we need to know, first thing, how many waves are there? So we have a number of waves, number of enemies per wave, and the prefabs. So what we're going to do is we're going to create them, which is going to be similar to our creation here. So set up ladder, create prefabs for ladder. So that's for the party, but this is the enemy one. Now this is the one that gets interesting. So we're going to do this. We're going to run this. Prefab holder dot transform. So we're going to need a enemy holder pretty much. So this is going to be number of enemies. No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be do this is going to be equal to it's going to be equal to number of enemies per wave. So we're going to have 2. So we're going to have, let's start with this one. Okay, this one's going to be technically, it's going to be how many enemies are we spawning? It's going to be the wave number, the number from that. So if that is greater than number of enemies per wave, and this is our wave number, this would be W, or this would be W. I guess we could have to create something here. It'd be called like int wave number, and then this would be just wave number. Use an unassigned local variable. Well, wave number is equal to 0. Happy? Okay. So this will number of enemies in wave number of enemies in wave is space equal to number of enemies per wave number. Boom. So this outputs that. Hey, that sounds good to me. Smoke out there this morning. Smoky out there this morning. Meanwhile, the contractor is out back shoveling ton of crushed stone and packing it. Haha, enjoy lung cancer. Oh, poor guy. From some water. Yeah, no, I think there's you can't let kids play outside for more than an hour or something, or less, or under an hour or something. It's like special filtered water. He doesn't want to drink your disgusting tap water. Okay, so we run this. It goes per. Yeah, I need to have like a. I need to set a thing for. Maybe we'll do that. We'll add another thing in here. Wave spots. Oh wait, no. Oh no, we need a thing that holds enemies. So empty game object. Enemy me holder. I think I might have to make multiple, but this will just be. I have to make an array then. Prefabs, but then I have to have one that's public int. Oh. I guess it'd be here. Public game object enemy holder. Now, I don't know if this is going to get a little janky. What he eats too, but he's cool. I mean, you know what? Maybe he had a bad experience and he doesn't trust anyone anymore. I might need multiple holders though. I might need multiple holders. I think it might get upset that things might. No, as long as I don't double up. I don't know. I don't know. It might get upset with that, but whatever. And then we're gonna set this to holder.transform. So that's putting that there. Boom. So now we're gonna spawn enemies. Instantiate ladder data enemy, prefab data E. So this is actually going to be enemy prefab. Oh, this is the list. His truck broke down last week, so he biked to Home Depot and rented one of theirs. Dedicated. I mean, that's good. It's good. Some hardcoreness. This is getting it from here. Ladder enemy unit prefabs E. I guess you know what I'm gonna do. because I have enemy prefab. Guess I'll just do this. And prefabs. This is going to be E, but I need to the first one. Okay, so yeah, then how we'll do it is that if wave number equals 0 equals 0. So this is the first wave. So if it's the first wave, it's going to do whatever the first set of numbers is. Right? The first things in the enemy holder. It's the first. And then we have to know number of enemies per wave. So for E is equal to number of enemies per wave. So wave 0, wave number 0, instantiate E. And it goes up. If wave number, right, is greater than 0, we're going to do the same thing, but slightly different. We're going to output this value plus this value. So what that does, so what is E? E is the reason why is if I have one big list of enemies that are going to be in the boss battle room, right? And it has variable numbers, as in the first wave has only 2 enemies, the second wave has 4 enemies, so on and so forth. When I'm doing this, I have to adjust so that I go down the list in that order. So right now there's no adjustment at 0. So it instantiates all the ones that are in that wave. So if wave 1 has 4 people, it'll create 4 prefabs, right? Because the number is equal to the number of waves. Then if we're on wave 1, it is going to instantiate the first one after. No, it has to be more than that. Because if it starts at 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Value is 3. Then, so we've already used 1 to 3. Then we do it again. 0 plus 4 means this is 4. Element 4. Okay, that's correct. I don't need to add an extra 1. Then it dumps them. You know what, I might have to just make this equal to wave 1. Probably there's a better way to do this. But let's say I only have 3 waves. 0, 1, 2. Then it wouldn't really matter. Is equal to 2. So that's equal to nothing, so it does the first ones. Wave number 1. No. This will be 0. This one would be 1 and 0. Oopsies. It'd be these two. Those two values together. Okay, so then that does so. Yeah, I don't think I need all of that now. Now what I can do is I can change this. So what I'll do is debug. Wave 0 wave 0 plus equal to enemy prefab E space, then this will be dot name. Sure, that's fine for now. And then this is that same thing, roughly. So wave 1, enemy E, enemy E, yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine. And this is wave 2. So this would be set up any waves. E. Oh, crap. Oh, okay, no, that's correct. Then I need another for loop. Okay, you know what, actually, I'll make this W because it makes a little more sense for me. W is less than number of waves this. So, oops. W plus plus. Okay. And then we do this, and then at the end of this, wave number plus plus. All right, so we do this loop, loops through it all. So I'll put debug.log next wave. So then that, so it loops through. So first it says we're wave 1, right? Or wave 0, number of waves. So 0, we come in here, currently at wave 0, we do this, boom. Get there, wave goes up, we do this, this goes, doesn't do the first one, does the second one, boom, 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 goes up. Okay. So what I'm gonna need, so I'm just gonna have to create a thing here. So here we'll do this, enemy holder. Those things don't really matter right now. Prefabs. Let's assume we're doing max. So we're doing 3 waves. And we'll do 4, 2, and 1. Something like that. Then our prefabs have to allocate that number total. Oh wait, number of waves. It's going to be 3. Yeah. Yes. And then this has to be the total number of enemies. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the idea would be so we're not doing the length of it. So really this could be much larger. It could be a total of 12. Because you could have 4, 4, and 4. That would be something that's dictated by, so because we're only 7, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. Did I screw that up? No, maybe we'll do whatever, we'll just put you here, there, and then you put you there, and then maybe we'll shimmy this a little bit differently. We'll just do this and this. Or actually, maybe we'll do... Let's do this. Boop. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh, no, that's wrong. You'd be number 6. You can be this and the cat. And this can be 2 slimes. 2 slimes. 2 bats. Something like that. Okay. So really when I run it, I'm just going to call this here. It's not really how it's supposed to work, but set up waves. It's going to get upset about these things, so we're just going to... I don't even need to use this, actually. And this stuff for now, because we're not using it, so it doesn't get angry. Okay, let's just see if it dumps the stuff I want it to dump. Let's try it. Let's see if it dumps them in their respective spot on start. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. It dumped everyone the way they needed to. Good. We have all the clones. Clones. I have summoned the clones. Dope. Also, I guess I should probably put my hero hold, my enemy holder somewhere here for now. That's perfect. Okay, so that actually works. So we've summoned them all. And we put them to the holder. Now we have to set them to their allocated locations. So this is just spawning them. Cool, that's fine. We did the spawn. The next thing after this is public void set enemies to spots. So then, now that we have the hero holder, we got to take our dudes and stick them in the right locations. So, there are more for loops, but we'll see. So, we see wave 1. So we'll just do wave 0 to locations. So it's going to go, it's another for loop. Int w is equal to 0. W is less than, it's for wave 0. So this would be less than number of wave. Well, I guess we'd really be using the same thing again. This created them all. No, I just want to do 1 and then see how it goes. Okay, so it's less than number of enemies per wave, wave 0. Okay, so this is wave 0. Oh, and then this has to be comma and w++. So this is wave 0. We are going to set our transform to those locations. So what we have to do is we have to set them to to the right places they need to be. So we go it would be, maybe I don't even do this. Sticking these in the hero holder, maybe I don't even need to set them in the hero holder. Maybe if I set them to where they need to go. Maybe that's how I should do it. Public game object array wave 0 spots. Control C, VV, wave 1, wave 2. Okay. And then all I do, instead of enemy holder dot transform, we'll do wave 0 spot E. And then this would be, wave 1 E, and then this one would be wave 2 E. Going to have head for a walk, then lunch, focused right now. Oh, well, good for you. I just, you know, don't take it too long a walk. It's pretty crummy out there. Wave 1 spot, so then I should have here wave 4 spots. Element 0 is going to be the active spot. This is the passives. And then we'll go 4. Boom, boom. Then we can, I'm going to take out all these guys. And then we're going to duplicate it. Oh, whatever, 2. Then we're going to duplicate this one. This wave 0. And put this here. Put there. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's where I screwed up. I should probably get lunch soon. What is this? I'm gonna eat. You're horrid. And I'm focusing. Why you gotta break up my focus? I'm trying to do something right now. I'm gonna do that in a second. Okay. Whatever, let's put it here. Let's put this over here. Then here, Don't need this right now. No, that's wrong. This is wrong. I might have to change these to actually denote them better. Might have to actually say that this is active spot of wave 1, active spot of wave 2, blah, blah, blah. Just because if I don't do this correctly, it will be a pain in the butt later to figure it out. Okay, I think that's all the waves. Then, go back to code. It should dump everything where it should go. Let's run it. And hopefully that does what it's supposed to do. No, I think the audio wasn't there. Okay, now where the heck are these guys? Okay, where is this? Where are you? Why are you guys so far away? Okay. Why are these guys dead? They spawned as dead? That's very bizarre. I don't know why they spawned as dead. I'm excited for this setup. I hope it works. Yeah, it's something about where the positions are, but I don't think that's the problem. 'Cause everything's spawned. Yeah. Let's just see. Okay. Maybe I need to set this transform dot. Oh, I know why. So I'm setting them there. Then I also need to set them to the spots. So then I would have to actually do no, I did something weird here. So I'm instantiating it. Now I just set it. Oh, you know what I have to do? I have to probably just do like this. There. Enemy is equal to this. And then I'll go enemy me dot transform dot position is equal to wave spot 0 e dot transform dot position. So that's what I need to do. So I gotta add this part. so that I actually have a thing that a hole for it. And then this, what this will do is it'll actually set them. Oh, my tummy just made a big blah, 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 blah. This will actually set them to those positions. Oh, see yas. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Everyone's going. Okay, let's try this again. Come on. Work. Hey, okay, cool. Cool. It did what it's supposed to do, so we can ditch all of these things. Run again, we should be able to see everybody. I don't know why these guys are dying. There we go. I mean, this is not the greatest spot, but this is correct. 4, 3, perfect, okay. That's good. That is good. Gucci mamas. Yeah, perfect. Okay, just save. Okay, I'm gonna go get some lunch. Thank you for hanging out. I don't know I guess everyone pieced out on me. Oh, I'm supposed to do push-ups still. Do that real quick. Go and eat. Two, three, 4. There we go. Bing bang. A lot of cracking in the elbows, but a lot of cracking in my elbows. My elbows are cracking it up. Okay. Did you do the push? Yes, I did the push-ups. I did the push-ups. Thank you. I know you like arms.